also have a choice. You and all your fellow officers have a choice. You know, because otherwise, I mean, basically what you're saying is you're using the defence that is used by pretty much all war criminals. Now, I'm not suggesting that you are in the same league
just following orders.
You're just following orders. But the reality is, what is unleashed, potentially going to be unleashed here, will, if we look at the evidence of Colorado, New Mexico, Pennsylvania...
I have a lot of faith in the justice system in this country. Okay?
Really?
And it is going to be fought out in law courts.
Okay, let's just take an example of that. Because the last time that the water supply of a community was seriously but accidentally contaminated was in Camelford in Cornwall in 1988.
Yeah.
And 20,000 gallons of concentrated aluminium sulfate was accidentally deposited into the local water supply.
Yep.
And all of the authorities, the local water authority, the government, the regulatory bodies, all basically denied that there was any problem until the spring of 2010. So 23 years later, bar a few months, it was finally acknowledged that there had indeed been an accidental contamination, serious contamination, of the Camelford water supply, and it was suggested that something in the region of 20,000 people may have suffered negative health effects. And then it went on to say it is not known whether anybody died. But you know, that's what we're looking at here. In the US, you have the Halliburton loophole, which basically Dick Cheney managed to get the US government to introduce in 2005. And the Halliburton loophole exempts the oil and gas industry from having to report or acknowledge any contamination of water, soil or air. So when you've got the likes of Michael Fallon yesterday saying there has never been any proven case of contamination in the US, that's because the legislation and the Environmental Protection Agency are all working effectively to support and cover the oil and gas industry. In this country, we don't have the experience of the fracking industry in any way, shape or form, so we don't have the regulatory bodies in place yet. So, yeah, I mean, the concern here is that in 20 years, what are you going to tell your kids when they ask you, what were you doing to help prevent the corporations from destroying our environment, from contaminating our water, contaminating our soil, and literally...
That's easy, because the answer is going to be, I was at Balcombe, and I was there to facilitate a peaceful protest for the people that was...
No, but you're not facilitating a peaceful protest. No, you're not. You are not. You may want to convince yourself that you are facilitating a peaceful protest, but the people here want to be peaceful.
Yep.
But unfortunately, you're not allowing them to be peaceful.
Why not?
No, because they want to stop the trucks from coming in
and
there.
You won't let us
and you won't let
actually
them.
stop the trucks.
You're actually behaving
go in front of
literally
that gate.
like the corporate hired help.
We have to work with we have to work with their legislation, and if law's broken, then we have to.
But no, the only reason a law is being broken basically is because you guys are forcing the peaceful protesters off the streets, out of the way.
I'm sure we could stand here all day and debate that, couldn't we?
That he'd been to the land registry and found that was a private road. Police can't stop us going on that.
It would depend where the boundary is. I don't know personally where the boundary is.
What this particular camp has created is a way of moving up beyond the us and them into focusing on the issue. And if people come and work, so what we're trying a new thing, and because of it, we're gathering enormous attention. So I'm welcome for anybody to come, as long as they have that kind of understanding.
In terms of there are leaders that come helping your own kitchen.
Yeah, but I'm going to have to need to. And if we can't have the Hare Krishnas, for example.
It's going to be too late.
But it's the chemicals that are under the ground that are there for good, actually.
Well, yes, and they're seeping up.
Yeah, they.